Hello and welcome back to episode 3 of my ATM10 SSP playthrough. So since last episode I have fixed the full screen recording issue, so hopefully that issue will not happen again. But let's kick off exactly where we left off last time and start getting into some power storage. So I am going to be again kind of going down the power route. I know Mechanism has their own power storage and it's pretty good, but since we're using power, figured we might as well use the energy cells for them as well. So for them I am going to just be going straight for the blazing tier, and I believe we need 7 of these. I'm gonna only make 6 though. We will see. Actually might have only needed 4. Yes, we only needed 4. Okay. Oh well. We're gonna definitely be needing more in the future as well. So let me just do some inventory management and go ahead and make these hardened capacitors. And after the hardened capacitors, we can now make the energy cell here. We do need more dielectric paste, or the rods. I think I need 2 more of these. We'll go with 2 for now. And can make 2, yes. Definitely have an extra set of basic storage, but with these hardens, we can then make these capacitors and then go ahead and make them blazing. Perfect. So with this, and we'll just go ahead and put the rest of this stuff away. I did go ahead and move the power setup downstairs out from here. So just put it here with the sink, and we can replace this cable with the blazing energy cell. So it's going to be getting filled up here, and I do have a sink here with a pipes fluid pipe. So pipes is a mod that is quite literally just pipes. There's item fluid, energy, and gas. There's also a universal pipe that does all of them. There's also some upgrades. If you click into here, there's the upgrade slot in here. All of this stuff is grayed out, and so with each tier you get a little bit of an unlock. So you might be, I forget exactly which tier does what exactly, but with the iron tier you can get an unlock. I think it's for the redstone control. I do know for the advanced pipe upgrade, which is the diamond upgrade, you get to add a filter, and then the ultimate pipes with the netherite upgrade just makes items move a lot faster. And so I like using these when it is just something simple that doesn't require too much water or too many items or anything like that. Also, each of these upgrades will allow you to move more of the thing per tick. So if we were to put like the ultimate pipe upgrade in here, it would be able to move more water than what it is moving currently. But we don't need that. When we start getting into reactors down the line, I will switch over to Mechanism. I like using the Mechanism pipes for when you do need a large amount of fluid or items being pumped elsewhere, because these do have a limit. Even the ultimate pipe upgrade for them is nowhere near as fast as the ultimate pipe for Mechanism. So we will switch over when we're needing an excess amount of items. The next thing I do want to do real quick is get some upgrades for our drawers for functional storage. So with this cobblestone, it is sitting at 2k out of 2k. If we put in an upgrade in here, we can see that jumps up to 16.4k. And so with functional storage, there are, again, tiers of upgrades with them too. The first one multiplies block item storage by 8, and then it keeps multiplying all the way up to 32 for item storage. So now we have that. I'm going to just take the cobblestone that I had earlier and go ahead and put it back into here just to make some more room. We'll go ahead and put this other one in here. I also quickly want to make an energized smelter as well, just so we don't have to keep using coal to smelt things. So we're going to go ahead and put it just right, say over here, and so it uses power to smelt things. And I think my plan for this setup is going to be, these will be kind of my personal machines up here, but once we start like industrializing and automating things, I'm going to definitely expand the basement out here quite a bit, and then we can put all of our automation and industrialized machines down here. And the last thing I quickly want to make is a refined obsidian shield. So again, with the normal shield, I forget how many hit points, but with the osmium or refined obsidian shield, we get over 1600 hit points with it. So again, very good early game starting tool. I also want to note, I don't think I noted this in the last episode, but we did find a meteor for AE2 while I was exploring. And so in those meteors, you can find these budding Certus quartz blocks and place them for the for them to grow Certus quartz. And so I've been progressively collecting them over time, and just in preparation for applied energistics. And the overall goal is because in previous versions, again, like back, I don't even know how long ago, Certus quartz used to be an ore in the world. That might have been all the way back in AE1, but in today's day and age, there is no Certus quartz ore. And you can get them through, repeatedly through the budding Certus quartz. And if I hold G to open the guide here, I believe you can actually make it flawless or perfect, so it doesn't decay. The other ones will slowly decay until you get a full Certus quartz block, and these will turn into those since they're chipped and damaged. I typically don't go that route, at least in this mod pack. The main thing that I want to get into this episode is mystical agriculture. And so with this, there are an absolute ton of different types of seeds for resource gathering. It is very helpful. However, productive bees later down the line is going to be even more helpful for modern industrialization and some of the other ores that either mystical agriculture just doesn't offer, or it's just more effective. We need a lot of them, and it's more effective to use productive bees for them. So to start, we're going to grab some stone, have some iron, probably grab some more iron, and the red dye, because we need some wool. And I'm just going to go ahead and make 3, we need 9 total, I believe. I do plan on fixing the wool problem sooner rather than later. So to start, we do need an infusion altar and infusion pedestals. We need gold, not iron. And this is essentially the gateway to make any and all mystical agriculture seeds. So we have that. We're going to go ahead and also make a couple of, let's grab about 20 seeds here and some prosperity shards. And we can make prosperity seed base. And so these are well, the base for just about all resource seeds. There are even seeds in mystical agriculture for animals, but those require solium seed bases as well as some soul jars, so we might get into those a little bit later. Though I tend to not make the seeds for mobs from mystical agriculture. I like another mod that's in here that we'll be getting into later. So with this, and let me go back, and I do want to make some, let me grab about 10 more seeds here and a couple stacks of inferium, and we're going to make some inferium seeds. So we can now basically grow our inferium. So I went ahead and cleared a little bit of an area out up top here to place the infusion altar. And once we place it, you can see these shadows appear for where the pedestals need to be placed. So we'll just go ahead and place all of them, and now it is complete. Though we do need a redstone signal to power it. So we'll grab just one of these stones, put away all of this garbage from here, and we can just place the button right beside it. And so whenever we do need to craft a seed, we can just place the items down, press the button, and let it craft. So before we start planting our inferium seeds, I do want to get a couple of different things. The first thing I want to get is some crop supports from Pneumatic Craft, and I also want to get some red fertilizer from the Farming for Blockheads mod. And so what these will do is they're good, again, early game kind of ways to grow your crops more quickly. I do also want the harvester pylon, and so with this is from the pylons mod. This is going to be my go-to way to automate collecting the seed collection. And so we can also, let's just go ahead and make a diamond hoe. Let's see, some sticks, and go ahead and sleep through the nights. So with the harvester pylon, we can just place it right in the water source block and get it waterlogged. And the interface here is pretty simple. You can turn it on and off. You can also adjust the working area. We do want it to be the max of a 9x9. So to reach the edges here, we can go ahead and place the diamond hoe in here. It will give you, I guess, error messages as well. It does need an inventory space above it as well as the hoe in here. And so with these seeds, we'll go ahead and plant them. But what we're going to do is with the crop supports and red fertilizer, is we're going to go ahead and place the red fertilizer. We can't do it quite yet on all of them, but also put the crop supports on top of it. And so again, these will grow much more quickly than any of the other ones will. And so we'll go ahead and place the oak or gold oak chest on top of it, and as you can see, these didn't gather because, well, I think they're drops from up here. It only will gather the bottom block, but all the other seeds went directly into here. And we did get an inferium essence, and so we are going to need to have a lot of inferium as we're getting into mystical agriculture. And so as you can see here with this one, in the time that I last shown to now has turned into a solid Certus quartz block. And this is partially why I want to get into mystical agriculture before actually getting into A2, just so we can get the Certus quartz seeds, so we can make a, well, Certus quartz seed to be able to farm it without having to make the perfected budding blocks, or just going out and finding a ton of meteors. And while we're here, we can actually just go ahead and collect some quest rewards. We got the gold oak chest along with the copper upgrades. We do get another one of those, which is nice. We can get some XP and some seeds from the pylons quest line. And we can go down the mystical agriculture line here and get, looks like we got the wand, yes, from one of the rewards. And some mystical fertilizer. The one thing I do want to collect though here is the Power quest line. So with a lot of these rewards, as you can see, you can get some energy cells, but you can also get some rods as well. So which is why I only made 4. I'm actually hoping to get some rods as a quest reward, or the energized rods as a quest reward, so that we can just skip making them and place them down. So as we finish up collecting there, we unfortunately didn't get any rods, but we did get some cable upgrades, which is nice. And just go ahead and collect the rest of them. Some hopper, advanced control, XP, and raw iron. So the next thing I want to do is just get rid of this annoying lava. As you can see, it has burned down all the wood that I've placed, so definitely do just want to kind of get rid of this sooner rather than later. And we will just go ahead and get rid of, let me see, yep, I won't mind that. Let's go ahead and get rid of this power source. Since we aren't really going to need it, I've ran some advanced universal cables up through the underside of these machines from the energy cube we have down there. And so that should make things run a lot more smoothly, since, again, we don't really need these windmills either. Just go ahead and get rid of them. Just a temporary eyesore, like I said. And so I think I'm going to go ahead and try to get these replaced, fill this in, and continue with mystical agriculture after. And so now on to the fun stuff. Since we got our energized smelter, I do want to make some tier installments. So for mechanism, there are different tiers or levels that you can find. And you can actually see it in JEI. There's the basic, advanced, elite, and ultimate. Basically, if you place them on these machines, it just takes more FE per tick, but it does allow you to smelt more items at once, and it has more inventory spaces for them. And I'm gonna grab just one more osmium ingot. We'll just go ahead and get the energized smelter up to the advanced tier. While we're here though, I do want to make the infusion crystals. So for basically tier upgrades in mystical agriculture, you can use this infusion crystal, and you can use the inferium, which is why we need a lot of it, to go up to tier 2 prudentium. You can use that to get to tertium, and then to imperium, and then supremium, and then finally insanium. So there is also a master infusion crystal, which requires about 6 supremium, so we'll be getting there again sooner rather than later. But just wanting to make the infusion crystal as we're getting into the seed bases. Now for the coal seed, we're gonna need 4 coal and 4 prudentium for that. So get some more coal here, and go ahead and make just 4 prudentium. Now for the silicon seed base, we're going to need 4 silicon and 4 prudentium. But to make the silicon, we can either smelt the Certus quartz dust, or from extended AE, we can do the quartz blend, which is just 6 sand, 1 Certus quartz dust. We can actually also use just regular quartz and 2 coal. So this is just a little bit more bang for your buck when it comes to getting silicon, because one of these turns into 4 silicon dust. So we actually only needed 1 of these. And we're going to go ahead and get this basic and advanced. You can turn auto sorting on or off. We'll have it set to on. Actually, we'll do off for now because I do want to go ahead and get this smelted. A little wandering trader. Let's see what he has for me. Nothing useful. Well, the leads are useful, and so is the leather. So we'll make 4 more Prudentium just in preparation for the silicon seed from Mystical. And let's go ahead and grab the silicone and head over to the infusion altar as we kill the skeleton. So we'll put the seed in the middle. I know in the recipe book it states it's alternating, but it doesn't have to be. Just as long as you have 4 and 4, and then again you have to press the button, give it a little redstone signal. You can put a block of redstone underneath, or there is a redstone clock in the mod pack. And we do have the coal seeds now. So we'll do the same thing for the silicone. I like the seeds just to save on some resources, the sand, as well as we can save on Certus Quartz dust for the time being at least. And so now that we have both of those, then we'll head over to the farm and plant these. I am actually going to chunk load this as well. I believe chunk loading those 2 chunks should be fine. I think we're on the edge of a chunk, yes, so we're going to need to make sure that this is chunk loaded. I might try to move the farm over just so that it is all within the same chunk. Now for the Certus Quartz seeds, it does require tertium, which we can get right now. The problem is the Certus Quartz blocks. These require, they're one-time Certus Quartz blocks, so they require 9 full Certus Quartz blocks, which in turn are 4 each. So while we have been sitting and waiting for these to grow, we've only gotten 25 of them, which is enough for 2 blocks, 2 full blocks. So we don't quite have the resources ready for the Certus Quartz seeds. So what I want to do is make a charger and inscriber. I believe both of them are just some iron and copper. This one does require pistons, so we'll get some more iron, some redstone, some cobblestone, and some wood. So we'll make one of the chargers. We'll also get the inscriber. And then make the wooden crank. And I think I'm going to put these just temporarily over in this area. So we can go ahead and put the scriber down here. We'll put the charger first and the hand crank on top of the charger. Now, to get the meteorite compass, which you can use to locate more easily the meteorite structures from AE, we can make a compass. And I'm not hooking up to power right now, but we can in the future hook these up to power. But you can just, if you are progressing through the mod pack a different way than I am, you can make this wooden hand crank and charge up this compass, and it'll turn into a meteorite compass. And so this will just point you in the closest direction to the nearest meteor. It works similarly to the structure compass and the explorer's compass and the nature's compass, but there is no interface for this one. This one will just point you to the direction of the nearest one. And so it looks like there's one underwater here. I'm personally not seeing it. Yeah, it tells me that there's one here. And so I guess we'll come back when we find the meteor. So I couldn't find the one that it was pointing to, but after exploring, actually this one doesn't even look like the AE2 meteor. No, it is not. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen this meteor before. Well, either way, I will go ahead and try to find at least an AE2 meteor. And after a little bit of flying, we did end up finding another AE2 meteor. And so with this, they basically just point to the mysterious cubes. So once you break that, it should go ahead and find the next available. And so what we'll do is just take all these home and place them. Let me, holiday tree, we do not want that. Let me go ahead and go back home, and we can then go ahead and place the rest of these out in a 2 blocks apart from each other. It looks like this one just instantly turned into a Certus quartz block, which is somewhat unfortunate, but also understandable. So then we can just wait until we get enough Certus quartz to make our first seed. And so I think I want to wrap this episode up with starting with just dire things. So if we look in the quest book, there is a quest line for it, so we can go ahead and start it. But there's a lot of cool items for this mod. Clickers, placers, breakers, and there's also advanced tiers too. So we'll just start off with the Primogel goo. Primogel? I don't even know how you pronounce it. We'll go ahead and make one of those. And this mod has different tiers as well. There's the Primogel, the Blaze Bloom, the Void Shimmer, and the Shadow Pulse. And so we will just go ahead and make the Blaze Bloom. So these are tier based, and you can always go down in tier, but you can't go up in tier. So if I look at the uses for this, you can make the Primal Coal or the Ferrocore and all that stuff, but you cannot make the Blaze Ember with the first tier. But as you can see here with the Ferrocore ore, you can use any of the tiers. So that's why we'll just go ahead and straight just make our way to the block of Blaze Bloom. So when we place it, you can see a little icon kind of appears. So Netherwort, Blaze Powder, you're going to need to feed it in order for it to work. So if I right click it, alright, it's on. If you right click it, you can see it activates and it starts spreading. So we're going to want to put the other blocks around here too. And we'll wait for it to turn into Ferrocore ore. So now this is turned into Ferrocore ore, we can go ahead and mine it. Now we didn't really need the raw Ferrocore. What I really want to end this episode off with is the Blaze Gold to get the experience holder. Just wanting to get the raw Ferrocore as a demonstration purposes. But now, again, we'll go ahead and just use this Blaze Powder that I have to activate it. We're going to place the gold, blocks of gold now around it. And we'll come back when that has spread. So now this is turned into blaze gold ore, and we'll go ahead and get that. As you can see, this is technically still active here. It doesn't always go away from just a singular craft. It can sometimes stay for multiple crafts. But we will go ahead, we can use this and just smelt it up to get the ore here. Now that we have 3 of the blaze gold ingot, we can go ahead with just an emerald, 2 books, and an ender pearl, create the experience holder. Go ahead and place this here for now, and with this you can automatically pump XP in and out of this, but for right now we're just going to store all of our levels. And with that, we will conclude the episode. I think for next episode, the plan is going to be to continue with mystical agriculture, because I would like that AE2 network sooner rather than later. I am a huge fan of applied energistics, honestly, even over refined storage, which I know might be bad to say. But so, yeah, we'll wrap up there, continue with mystical agriculture in the next episode, and I'll see you later.